JapaneseRockShow.com. We're here with a sick band right now at the Rainbow on the Sunset Strip. We're with DeathSqad DemonGods.
That's right.
DeathSqad
DemonGods.
And I just got the album right here. It's kind of crazy. Who made up the band name?
That would be me. Stevie. Hi, how's it going? Anyway, basically, I need to start a new project, and I knew it needed a name that was going to let everybody know we're not messing around. Do we swear on this program? I forget. Oh, we need. Oh, good. We can actually name the CD if we do that. But anyway, just needed a name that had it all. Has that alliteration with the D thing. It rhymes, which is essential for our title track for our band, DeathSqad DemonGods, and just lets everybody know this isn't like Screwdriver 3 or something like that. I mean, we're, this is intense, this is in your face, and a little touch of humor, why not? And evil. Evil is good.
I like it. So how did you guys come together? How did you guys all meet and form this band?
Well, go ahead.
We're both faithful members of the LA Turbo Jugend, so that's how I met Stevie over here. And Nobu's just a badass.
You're just a badass? Were you wandering the streets as a homeless man and they found you?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Our story.
Yeah. He flew in from Japan, I mean, I won't say it was just to play with DeathSqad DemonGods, but, as things worked out, Japan wasn't rocking out quite hard enough for him, comes make his fortune in LA. We're one of the first things he ran into. Why not? Let's go for it.
I dig it. And so you're an LA-based band? Were you guys started somewhere else, or you always started your band in LA?
Full on. Well, my previous band, Van Stone, which is Palmdale's #3 band, very volatile band, very distinct personalities. So, this is desert rock with Randy Van Stone, always getting shot, drug problems, rehab, and that rehab wasn't even for drugs. He hurt his knee and was sidelined rehabbing that for 6 months. So, it really it wasn't moving fast enough for me. So I figured, take it away from Palmdale, into the Hollywood Hills. Not a lot of people know this, but my old man, pretty well off, so he kind of pretty much bankrolled the whole Van Stone thing. That's how we were able to open for Twisted Sister, tour with Turbo Negro, Body Count, some other ones. Yeah, so Van Stone had a nice profile going, but those things can't last forever. I'm on the outs with my old man, and life's rough. Kind of living a little bit more. Yeah, more, to the streets.
In a van down by the river?
Well, I mean, it's a mini van. It's not like a cool van, but, Honda Odyssey, but why not? So DeathSqad, brand new, starting up, a lot less money, a lot more DIY than Van Stone was, but, just got to do what it takes to make it happen, and got a good group of personalities. Yeah, these guys, I started writing, the first song I did is a song called Everybody's Favorite Guy, and it's kind of a riches to rags story, so that was very autobiographical. And that one I kind of had on my own. And then once that was done, I needed one song, one band name, and then I could assemble a team, and everybo's bringing their own talents to the table, and it's pretty rock and roll.
How was it opening for Dee Snider and Twisted Sister? Was that sick?
That was pretty crazy. That one was... Twisted just kind of fly in and stuff. So a tour with Twisted Sister is usually 1 or 2 dates because they're in New York, and then they're in LA for 1 day, and then they're back in New York. They're older. That's how they do it these days. So I don't have long, grueling road stories with Twisted Sister. But Van Stone was kind of interesting in that people kind of knew what kind of our songs were all about. We had songs like Party Hardy, Show Us Your Tits for Freedom, Two into Pink. That was that.
Fun, spunky, almost still Panther. You want to party to it.
But then you get these people that think we live at 24/7, and they come in and they want to party with us, trash the dressing room, and some of us, we have court-ordered dates to be at in the morning and stuff, so we wanted to leave early. They weren't having it. They kind of broke stuff, stole some booze, and so that's kind of what I remember from the House of Blues show, pretty much.
If your band could open up for any band and you think it's got a similar sound and look, what band would you open for?
I don't know about the similar sound and look, but
Or just that you would enjoy?
I think opening for Satiricon would be pretty badass.
Awesome. Yes. What about you?
Guns N' Roses.
Different. Do you have another one?
I'm gonna go with he kind of now made me think about Satiricon, because that would be pretty badass. But I think I would have to go for Manowar. I mean, you can't go wrong with Manowar. That would just be the ultimate in we would break out our loincloths, if we couldn't let them just, we wouldn't get going, we're going to be the subtle opening band, and we'd try to match them. I'm not going to say that we can, outdo the Kings of Metal. I mean, those guys have been doing it 30 years, but I just think DeathSqad DemonGods, Man of War. You know, in America we
Good lineup. I like the names together.
America we would play to like 200 people, and in Belgium and you know Belarus we play to 30,000. It'd be a perfect like you know kind of amplifying the tour as we get closer to Europe or something.
What do you guys think, bringing up Belgium, like how the American rock scene is kind of more on its outs, or people don't pay to go see live shows as much as in Switzerland and Belgium and other European countries? Like, do you think it's going to ever switch around, or is it going to stay big in like Chile and Switzerland? And you know how like Wasp can sell out in Chile, and then they come here and they go to the Key Club, and like I just don't get, like, the venue size is completely different.
Yeah, I don't think it's ever coming back in the way that people want it to. You know, I mean, you know, you might get guys like Black Veil Brides, and they cause you a bit of a stir, and anybody over 27 is like, oh, you know, but that's the thing is that, you know, think about someone who'd been at Woodstock or had seen the Stones in '81, and then Motley Crue come out, and they're like, I saw Jim Morrison, I partied with him, that's not rock and roll. So, you know, it's like
the 14 to 17-year-olds that like Black Veil Brides that are buying all the albums and the clothes.
Exactly.
So I think it's good to almost hit that young market right now, because that's who's begging their parents to, you know, go buy them.
That wouldn't you? But when we formed this band, we put our heads together, and you know, like Avenged Sevenfold is big, and screamo or emo or whatever you call it. But how can we write songs that aren't true? You can't sell out, not because we don't want the money, we do, but we can't sell out because how would you know it was good if what you're trying to copy is you don't think is good? You might be doing a bad version of that. So I think we all put our heads together, decided it just had to be, we had to be true to ourselves. It had to have bone-crushing riffs, comedic lyrics, nasty swearing, naked ladies, visual, zombie, you know, wielding a flaming chainsaw. I mean, if you're this cover really
Sums up the band.
well, yeah. What's outside kind of refers what's inside. It's like, you know, a lot of bands go, well, I got a friend who's a tattoo artist. He can do a pretty sick skull, and so they say, all right, put the skull on it. We'll call it done. No. I was like, if you don't have a naked redhead wielding a flaming chainsaw, and you know, and then like a Russian brunette with an AK-47 that's smoking. It's not.
You don't want that.
Then I mean, it's like, I mean, you don't have to have this kind of album cover, but when I was thinking, I'm like, what would be the right album cover? And this is pretty much it, right? And then same thing with our latest video. We have a video for our single off this one. It's called the song's called Apocalypse Joe. And you know, a lot of bands, you know, they make it a sweet slot at the Roxy, and they're like, we got an awesome guy, he's gonna film it, live video, done deal. Not for us. Full on Mad Max Road Warrior-esque Mojave Desert shot video where just setting guitars on fire, smashing up the place, breathing fire, and I mean a real nod to like Wild Child by Wasp, you know? And
I love that.
Yeah, or maybe, you know, I mean, like, you know, maybe a little bit of Looks That Kill, Motley Crue, you know, just the kind of thing where it cost a little more, it was a little more, you know, bloody knuckles and broken fingers by the end of it, but you know, it's like if we're gonna do it, we gotta do it with a grandiose vision. You know, we might not have that kind of money that would allow us to like bring 10 trucks and 20, you know, actors with their SAG cards, but that doesn't mean we're not gonna do something of an equivalent size, you know, because the audience expects that. And we definitely got a positive response from that Apocalypse Joe video, I think.
I love that you guys worked and wow, 1,000 hits in 4 days. It's really good. I love YouTube nowadays.
4 days was only like, you know, 10 hits, but then it bounced.
Really excited. Where when it came out, they wanted to see it right away.
Stats, man, that's all we got.
I love that you guys worked with what you can and you stay true to what kind of music you want to create. And thank you guys so much for stopping by all 3 shows. And I wish you guys the best of luck. And we might have to play a little bit of the album later, so listen for that. Thanks, guys, so much.
Right. Thank you. We are DeathSqad DemonGods, and you're listening to Stephanie'sRockShow.com.